Hey, don't climb the walls. Baby Rai. Oh goodness. Are you okay? Good morning. Oh, you came out of there very calm. Your belly full? Yup. I don't know if you guys can see it. I call it frog belly, where his little, his little sides are poofed out. Good morning, Rai. Oh, dissed me. Sorry, I accidentally turned the camera off. Thought I was pointing at you. What's that, big man? Is that wall too tall for you? What is up, guys? Welcome back. I have to clear up some things. We have a lot of new people, and not everybody knows about the Hunger Games, which start tomorrow at noon. I do apologize to you guys, the new peeps. I had a bunch of people go to the Etsy shop yesterday, and then I got a bunch of messages and emails saying there's nothing here, the shop is closed. Correct. Now, the reason we have to do that is because Etsy... Good morning. People were very concerned about you yesterday. She's okay, guys. She was eating, and sometimes goats eat like... Well, we always said eat like a horse. They eat like little piggies. They munch down as much as they possibly can, as fast as they can, because they're afraid somebody else is going to get it. And then they end up choking on it. It happens quite often, actually. Somebody will be hacking up a piece of, oh goodness, a piece of food or something like that. Summer, miss her, but I believe it was her one time that was eating so fast she got a big old lump stuck in. Oh goodness, are you okay? Stuck in her throat, and I ended up having to actually. I just got her on both sides and just smushed her really hard and blew it out of her throat. So that was terrifying. Mama Queen, open your door. If you don't want to come out, you don't have to. Obviously, you're the queen. You do what you want. So, sorry, what I was saying is Etsy does not allow you to put items in your shop that cannot be purchased. It's very frustrating. As you guys know, we found somebody that's probably going to be able to help us, Abby. I think she's going to be able to help us set up our Shopify site. And then we will kind of have a handle on being able to leave items up so you can look at the items, you can read the description. It's not intrigue, it's not trickery. I'm not holding anything back from you guys. It's just, if it's on Etsy, they do not allow you to even post a picture and description of an item that is not able to be purchased. So when we sell out, and for you new guys, we generally sell out. Now we've restructured. We've started making more of the items that sell out faster. Let's just go back real quick. I guess we'll just start at the beginning. We went to I'm a Survivor. You guys found us. You guys went straight to the Etsy shop, wiped it out. Because Jamie loved the soap, she bought a bunch for her mom. You guys wiped out the Etsy site. We had just dried off the girls, so the only milk we had available was what we had stored in freezers. So we basically took that milk. We said we have X number of ounces. We divided it up over the next 4 or 5 months, whatever it was going to take to get back into milk. We bought Genji because she was, a good goat from a good farm, and she was pregnant, so we would have a goat and milk. You did a lot of work, and you did a lot of good carryover. Thank you. But we love her. She is the soul starer. So we divided up all the milk. We said this is how much soap we're going to be able to make over the next few months until we have kids and we get back into milk. So we launched as much on Etsy as we could. You guys would buy us out in 20 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, an hour. And then we got back into milk and we started producing more and more and more soap. And then we couldn't get good data because, thank you guys, first of all. I don't want to sound arrogant. I never want to sound arrogant. But when you guys go in and you buy out the shop in 20 minutes and everything sells out, it's hard to say, you know, this is the greatest item of all time. We need to make that, that, and that. So it was hard to get a read on the data. I'm going to cheese off the entire world. Data. I feel H looking at me out the window now. She couldn't possibly have heard me say data. Ha! Anyway. So what we started doing was looking at what is selling out the fastest. And then we kind of built an upside down pyramid with producing more. I'm just going to look at you and pet you. Oh, you don't want to look. You just want to wrestle. Okay. You're in a mood. Well, there's plenty of girls, baby. You can go find you a girl. That better not be a pokey horn. No, if he was going to be horned, he'd be horned already. So we started producing towards, like I said, kind of an upside down pyramid. The highest, probably Queen of Hearts, sells out the fastest still. It's gorgeous. It smells amazing. So we started producing towards those particular items. And now it's taking longer and longer and longer to sell out because we're getting the same number of orders, sometimes more, sometimes a little less. But we've built it now where everybody can get in there and get what they want versus having to choose from what's available. Okay, so that's... Let's just ruin my season all at once. Because if she's in heat, she's not pregnant. Daggone it. This is our heat detector. Not that you need any detection for that. So when a doe comes into heat, what they're going to do is make a lot of noise, even the really quiet ones. This goat never makes a sound. Mama Frosty, who's trying to steal... She's trying to steal Rai. He was laying on top of her last night when I came to the barn and the night before last, and she got up and walked off and he followed her. If she was in milk, she'd probably be feeding him. That makes me sad, but I guess we'll just have to breed her for spring babies. Daggone it. Boy. Get your little tiny boy parts away from that goat. Although if you bred her, I would not mind, actually. So we've gotten it ramped up. We've gotten everything kind of going in the right direction, but we still sell out every month. For you new guys, and when that happens, we have to put the Etsy shop in vacation mode. And there is no soap to buy. We give you guys everything that we have. So when it's sold out, that's it. There is no more. We have stock coming behind. I'm making soap every single day. So we Bubba, come here. you just wanting to be ornery, aren't you? So, but that's kind of how the Etsy shop works, and that's why there's nothing in the Etsy shop. And it's just something that we've had to do, and it works well for us, and I think and I hope it works well for you guys. It is a little bit of mystery and intrigue because you can only get there first Saturday of the month. Generally is when we launch. Now, we've done a couple where we've done the last Saturday of the month because of timing and when things are going to fall and things like that. So, like for instance, tomorrow we decided to do the last Saturday in September because the first Saturday in November is much further out into the month. So for at least the last two restocks, people have been messaging us and saying that they already started their Christmas shopping. We're also hearing that while we're out and about at shows that I'm doing my Christmas shopping. We're stocking up. And that leads me to... Drummy, look what you did. Gross. I wouldn't trade it though. that leads me to a question somebody asked me in an email. I'm not going to give any details, so you don't have to worry about that. She did ask me, please don't say anything. And I hope you meant just the specifics of where you bought the soap and things like that. So I don't know is the answer. Now, we've had people tell us that they've used soap from a year ago and it still smells as good as the day it was made. I don't expect that the fragrance would last forever. You're always going to have some fading. It is a fragrance oil, and eventually that would start to reduce. I'm sure at some point you're going to lose fragrance. So I don't know. I can't tell you that, 3, 6, 9 months it should keep its fragrance, because for us, I know I don't know of any of our soaps that won't hold for at least a year, because people also ask, I want to buy this now because I start shopping for Christmas in September. Is it going to last to December? Of course. We've purchased soap that was, yeah. Frosty Mom. All I know is feedback that we've gotten is that people use our soap. I mean, and then you don't know, because I've never let a bar of soap sit around for 2 years. I do know our Christmas soap from last year that's in our house right now currently smells as well as it did the day it was made. There's so many factors, how they're storing it, how you're storing it after you purchase it, the types of oil they're using, the entire makeup of the soap. It's just, there really are just too many factors for me to tell you that so-and-so soap, lost fragrance after 3 months and you don't think it should. And I agree with that, but I don't know. Like our oatmeal milk and honey soap is my favorite soap of all time, but it is not a strong flavor. It's not a strong fragrance. It is very subtle. It's smooth. It's soft. But I don't think I've ever had a bar of oatmeal milk and honey that didn't smell good no matter when I used it. You're going to have lighter fragrances. Personally, I think the lemongrass is a super, our lemongrass is a super, super strong fragrance. I'm not a huge fan of lemongrass. It has grown on me over the years. Our jasmine and rose, spiced jasmine and rose is, to me, I do not like it at all. I'm not a fan of it. There are days when I get just a whiff of the jasmine or just a hint of the rose, and I like that. But overall, it's not my favorite bar. But people love it. Every time we're at a craft show, you can have 2 people stand there and pick up the same bar of soap, and one say, I can barely smell anything, and one say, oh, that is so strong. Or one, and this is the same family, like a couple comes up and one of them hates it and one of them loves it, and it's just like, scent and fragrance are so unique to every individual. The worst experience I've ever had, I had a girl come up, she picked up a bar of oatmeal milk and honey, she smelled it, she burst into tears, and she started to run away. And as she's running away, all I hear her say is, that smells like my grandma, who had recently passed away. And I'm standing there at a show like, So scent, fragrance, it's very powerful. It's one of the strongest senses. It can bring back a memory from a childhood, and I love that every time we're at a show and somebody says, and that's the most common one that we get is this, hey, humpy pants, stop it. Is, I would say more than any response we get ever is that reminds me of my grandma. And it can be any one of the bars of soap on the table. I think if you use good ingredients, your soap is going to last longer. Sorry, I knew it was coming. I saw it as his little... So I know I've talked a lot of circles, guys, but I'm never going to put down somebody else's soap. I don't know what process they use. I don't know their full ingredients. I don't know which fragrance oils they're using. I don't know if they were going for subtle and soft. I don't know if it's an oil that only lasts for a very short period of time in a soap. I don't have enough data about other people's soap, and it's hard to gain and it's hard to gather. And unless people tell you, you sir, goodness, was that a licking kick? Oh my gosh. Seriously, you're a wee bit short. And stop, you dork. You know what this is going to do? You're going to get put in the buck pen sooner than is necessary. And I'm going to have to bring you over every day to suck on your mama's teat. Those better not be, yeah, grumpy pants. So, y'all, I will just say before I go again, for those of you who went to the website yesterday, I do apologize. That is the way Etsy makes you do it. So we have to keep the shop in vacation mode. The shop will come out of vacation mode at noon tomorrow. For you new people, it can be a little bit like Hunger Games. Y'all coined that phrase because that's kind of how it was in the beginning. Get in there, get what you want, and check out. Now, the pumpkin spice sold out in 4 minutes last time, which still I don't understand. But anyway, hi. Oh, boy. We have much more pumpkin that we're putting in the shop this time. So, you know, go crazy. The best way to, and this is currently the only way to really decide what you want to buy, is go ahead and go tonight, go to the shop, start looking at reviews. And if you click on the review, that will take you to the soap and you will be able to look at it and you will be able to read the description, the fragrance notes, and all of that. That's currently the best way to do it. Make a list if you want. Otherwise, you have to get in there in the morning and start reading stuff and hope that it doesn't sell out before you decide whether or not you like it. Oh my gosh. Well, he brought all the ladies to the yard. So he really is interested in Drummy. Wee man. I'm trying to find baby. Eating again, huh? I put her out on the milk stand this morning to try to balance her off if need be, and she was completely empty. And now you see why. He's burned a lot of energy. All right, guys. That's pretty much it. We'll see you tomorrow. I would say that is a full standing heat. Look at her little face. Smiling, just smiling. Hi, Frosty Mom. You leave that boy alone. I know, you can't have him for a while. Daggone it. Bro, I see her, man. Captain Big Testes. Good night. Oh. Look at her. I don't even hate you two as a pair, actually. She just closes her eyes and... So we've never... Frosty Mom actually came with a baby, Ferdinand. Go to Facebook and look up Ferdy Fans, F-E-R-D-I-F-A-N-S, Ferdy Fans. You'll be able to see him. But, so we've never seen her heat cycle. We've never... Well, we've seen her in mild heat from the spring, but never seen full-on fall heat. Her little smiles. The heat is strong with this one. Good night, Mama. You sound like Chewbacca. Ay, 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 ay. Those boys trying to get all slobbery on you. These they are. Which one do you like?